What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Mel Tucker. I went over this in my live stream last night. Shout out to everybody that was on my live stream last night. I'll link the live stream in the description box. It was a great live stream. We spoke on this particular woman who was caught lying about being hit with a brick by a man. But apparently that may have been a lie. She may have had an allergic reaction. And that story went viral. I spoke about it, and we may have another situation of some lying going on. Now, I want to talk about Mel Tucker. Again, I went over this in my live stream. Mel Tucker, he's an excellent football coach. He's been at Michigan State for a couple of years. He seems like he's been doing a good job, but the one thing that he did a poor job of is his judgment. We saw this situation with M.A. Udoka eating where he sleeps or works, right? Eating where he works. There's this particular woman here who is pictured next to him. And I want y'all to understand there are numerous pictures of them together at Michigan State football games. She's a woman who's an assault survivor. I believe she tours college campuses talking to football players. I don't know why just football player, but that's what it seems like. It seems like, she goes around speaking at these universities, primarily to football players, it seems like, right? So apparently she went and spoke at Michigan State. And for some reason, her and Mel Tucker developed a intimate relationship. I don't know if I don't think it's been physical. I think it was mainly just over the phone. They were having these long phone conversations. People have interpreted that something was going on. Now, her name is Brenda Tracy. She basically, and I said in my live stream, she goes around pushing the MeToo agenda, right? And I don't know why Mel Tucker got thirsty for this woman to the point to where he's having phone relations with this woman. Things can't be that tough at home, bro. I know you work a lot, but I'm sure it hasn't gotten bad to the point to where, this woman is an assault survivor who goes around college campuses basically pushing a message that men are predators and that they need to be careful, but they need to not harm women. That's basically what the message is. But here's Mel Tucker getting involved with this woman. He's a married man, by the way. You can't teach your players to be disciplined when you have no discipline, especially with this woman. I don't think she works at the university. It's not like he sees her every day. I mean, maybe she's, I know she was supposed to do another appearance and he canceled it. And that's why she went public. But again, I told y'all, and I said it in my live stream, that Mel Tucker was going to get some work because Mel Tucker brought this on himself. I don't care how flirtatious that woman was with you. You don't put yourself in a position to be fired and career ruined, marriage ruined. You have to be careful. You can't tell players to be disciplined and not get in trouble. And then you're out here sleeping with this woman who goes to college campuses pushing the MeToo agenda. Like, what are you thinking? You made a huge mistake, brother. You did. You should have kept it business. You can't tell me that you're that thirsty. But he was. And he might have damaged his career. They're talking about firing him. But he's speaking out and he's responding to the allegations that he was harassing this woman. This woman probably has all types of mental issues due to the things and trauma that she's dealt with. So she has no problem making these allegations on Mel Tucker. Now, this according to Outkick. Mel Tucker has come out firing against Brenda Tracy and Michigan State officials, claiming the school is looking for ways to get out of his expensive contract. That could be what it is. They gave him what? A 10-year, $95 million contract. So a response was sent out Monday afternoon by Mel Tucker's attorney on behalf of the head football coach. In it, Tucker accused the investigation of not being fair and unbiased, while also implying the school had alternative motives for the entire saga. The investigation has not been fair or unbiased. I can only conclude that there is an ulterior motive designed to terminate my contract based on some other factor, such as desire to avoid any Nasser taint or my race or gender. The sham hearing scheduled for October 5th and 6th is ridiculously flawed and not designed to arrive at the truth. Over the course of this lengthy statement, Mel Tucker also asserts that this is not a Title IX investigation, but an investigation into his private life for policy violations. Yes, I did have late night intimate conversation with Miss Tracy in April of 2022. Again, as even Miss Tracy's statements and the investigator confirmed, this conversation had nothing to do with the university and was outside the scope of Title IX or any university policy, which is why I don't think this is a big deal. He didn't physically harm her. He didn't harass her. They were having phone sex, basically. By the way, while press reports have called this Title IX investigation, that's inaccurate. The university admitted there is no Title IX jurisdiction, so the investigation of my private life was relegated to an alleged policy violation, which is what it is. This woman got in her feels because he cut the relationship off. That's why she went and put this out. But Mel Tucker shouldn't have been thirsty and had this intimate. This woman is an assault survivor, bro. You don't know how much issues she's probably dealing with, and you're getting intimate with her on the phone. You're sabotaging yourself. And you should have receipts. As a coach, you should know you're going to be a target. And you need to have receipts to make sure, which I think he does, that she was okay with you. Everything was good. You didn't cross any lines, you know? According to a Brenda Tracy filed with the Michigan State Title IX office in December, Tucker made sexual comments about her, and he he played with himself while the pair were on the phone call together. Over the course of the investigation, Mel Tucker acknowledged grabbing himself on the call, but said Tracy grossly mischaracterized the episode, according to the report. Mel Tucker claims that it was consensual phone relations. Oh, God. This, if anything, this is highly embarrassing. Highly embarrassing. In his statement Monday, Mel Tucker denies these allegations of harassment, noting it was a mutual event between two adults on the opposite sides of the country. While I am saddened by Miss Tracy's disclosure of the sensitive nature of this call, let me be perfectly clear. It was an entirely mutual private event between two adults living at opposite ends of the country. She initiated the discussion that night, sent me a provocative picture of the two of us together, suggested what she may look like without clothes, and never once during the 36 minutes did she object in any manner, much less hang up, I guess, the phone. This is why you may have to record your phone calls. If you know, again, as a coach, you got to make sure you have receipts and that you have stuff down to where these women can't make allegations. When the conversation went physical, you should have ended it. You should have ended it. Okay? This woman stands for pushing a message of MeTooism. And here you go, knowing this, you're still engaging in these conversations. As a married man, as a head football coach, you got to hold yourself to a standard. I'm sorry. You don't get that leeway. You don't get that leeway because you're always a target, especially as a black head coach. You're always going to be a target. There's no excuse for this. Tucker also claims in his statement that Brenda Tracy started to spread rumors about his marriage after he had canceled her appearance at the school due to her alleged gossiping along with her assistant. Along with the consensual part, Tucker claims that 2 months after the phone call, Tracy sent him a text message wishing him happy Father's Day, expressing desire to return to Michigan State to speak. Also, Tucker claims that he never canceled an appearance for Brenda Tracy, only pushing it back due to personal change and scheduling conflicts. In a statement Monday night, Brenda Tracy responded to the lengthy statement from Mel Tucker saying that Tucker was still trying to get out of the upcoming hearing. And this was her response. This is just more of the same. Darvo deflection, victim blaming, and lies that I've been dealing with now for months. Coach Tucker has been delaying and trying to stop the investigative process since the beginning. He can't afford to He can't afford to go to a hearing that determines credibility or participating parties. I believe this statement is his way of getting out of participating in the hearing. October 5th and 6th, I will be present for the hearing and make myself available to cross-examination by his attorney, Jennifer. I invite him to do the same. This shouldn't have gone this far. This is what I don't understand. Why is she doing this? From what I can see, if anything, he may have been trying to distance himself from her. They were having intimate phone calls, but that's about it. And he's saying that she's sending him suggestive photos. I can believe that women do that all the time. Contrary to what y'all want to believe, women will send you unsolicited nudes. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Why has it gotten this far? It looks like she is trying to get him fired. She's confident because she's a victim that they're going to side with her. And maybe they will. And I think Mel Tucker knows this. I think Mel Tucker realizes he's in a no-win situation right now because of the whole Larry Nassar thing. When that hearing happens, he already feels like they're not going to side with him. That they're going to side with her. That's what he believes. And I believe that too. But again, you have to look at it for what it is. You engaged in this intimate phone calling when you should have known better. You put yourself in a bad situation. You did. The upcoming hearing in October will give each side an opportunity to present their case. At least that's what is being presented, according to Mel Tucker. The sham hearing is ridiculously flawed, not designed to reach the truth. The sham hearing is scheduled for October 5th and 6th is ridiculously flawed and not designed to arrive at the truth. For example, in the Zoom hearing, neither Ms. Tracy nor any of her witnesses will be required to testify under oath or penalty of perjury. 2, we cannot present or offer any substantive evidence of innocence. 3, there is no opening statement, closing argument, or any opportunity to explain our case. This hearing process will obviously be designed for student infractions, not to address personal, private acts between adults in which disclosure of intimate details impacts one's reputation and career. In his defense, Mel Tucker claims he will no longer let his character assassination continue without his side of the story. He also claims that Brenda Tracy is going after him for money in an attempt to revive her career while destroying his life. Ms. Tracy's attorney told us from the very beginning that I should not lose my job over her allegations, but that it would take a lot of money to make it go away. What does that sound like, people? What does that sound like? That sounds like a MeToo money grab. I think she only engaged in this relationship with him was to blackmail him. No pun intended. I think this was her plan all along. Her twisting of our personal relationship months after it concluded are designed to revive her career and destroy my life, precipitated by her greed. I think it's safe to say that Mel Tucker will not be leaving East Lansing without a fight, and this statement proves that he's in it for the long haul. He is very adamant that Tracy is doing this for money, and the school is looking for a way out of his massive buyout. I have been ripped from the team that I love without any meaningful opportunity to tell my side of the story other than this press release. I'm incredibly proud of the outstanding group of men on the team, and my heart aches to be sidelined. I ask everyone to consider careful, undisputed facts, outline and reserve judgment until the full truth comes out. I also believe that. I don't think he should be fired at all. I think he made a mistake, and that mistake should be between him and his wife. Nobody else. This guy did not physically harm that woman in any way, shape, or form. She was looking to get paid off. Let's be real about this. But ultimately, Mel Tucker, this starts and ends with you. So we'll see what happens, man. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next.